Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. I was helping my mother purchase a used car one day when we ran into a very experienced car salesman. Keep in mind, my mother is the most skeptical person I know who calls bullshit on everything, and I have greatly adopted that aspect of her. So, it comes as a surprise to me how this man was able to push us to make such a huge purchase when we just came in to check the car out. I didn't know this at the time, but this man was a master persuader. It was as if he read the book and lived by it like his own personal Bible. He was able to charm us into buying from him mainly using the liking principle. Dr. Robert Cialdini explains that we are more likely to comply with requests made by people that we like. In his book, he breaks down the liking principle into 5 major factors that you can use today to be more persuasive. Number 1. Physical attractiveness. Now, this wasn't true at all for this particular salesman, but research has shown that we automatically assign to good-looking individuals such favorable traits as talent, kindness, honesty, and intelligence. We also make those judgments without even thinking about how attractive the other person is. In essence, we subconsciously believe good-looking equals good. Now, obviously, you can't change some things about your appearance. However, there are ways to appear more attractive. There are certain styles of dress and haircuts that suit your specific physique to make you look better, as well as overall grooming practices in general. Factor number 2, similarity. One specific study done in the 1970s revealed people are more likely to help those who dress similar to them. It's not just the superficial either. In areas of opinion, personal trait, background, and lifestyle, we are more likely to like someone if they are similar to us in those aspects. Car salesmen are trained to look for any similarity. If you're trading in a used car for a new one and the salesman sees camping gear in the back, he might talk about how he can't wait for his camping trip this weekend. Or if he sees some golf balls in the passenger seat, he might mention how he can't wait to go golfing this weekend either. In my case, the car salesman saw that both me and my mother were immigrants just like him, and he kept reiterating that point to build a common connection between us. Factor 3, compliments. It may seem inauthentic to flatter someone before asking for something, but it works. Compliments charm and disarm. Even if you are aware the compliment is being used to get something in return, and we know the compliment is a lie, we still want to believe it. Looking back at the car dealership again, the man poured praise upon me and my mother constantly, and we bought it. Contact and cooperation. Try this little experiment. Take 2 pictures of your face, one that shows how you actually look and the other one being a reverse image. Then, see which one you like better and ask a friend which one they like better. Don't be surprised if your friend likes the real picture and you like the reverse image one better. That's because your friend is used to seeing you as you are, and you are used to seeing yourself in the mirror, which reverses everything. This proves we like things we are familiar to and used to working with. To take it to the next level, think cooperation. Set up an us versus them mentality. Back to the salesman, he used this like a pro. He kept going back into the fact that we were first generation immigrants just like him, and set up this us versus them mentality. He made us believe he was looking out for our own interests because we were one of his own. Condition and association. People don't like the weatherman because they associate bad weather events with him, even though we all know he has no power over the weather. In the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, he mentions to avoid being the bearer of bad news because people will associate negative feelings towards you. If you're interested in a review on that book, I'm currently working on a series on it right now. Back to the weatherman. Sometimes they get hate mail during weather disasters, and one weatherman mentioned in the book claimed he got death threats, saying that he'd get shot if it didn't stop raining. So, Learn to have people associate positive feelings with you and limit the negative associations as much as possible. All in all, being a more likable person makes it much more easier for you to persuade others. Looking back on that fateful day at the car dealership and knowing what I do know now really opens up my eyes. Being able to specifically call back to a time where these principles had been used against me so expertly helps me further resonate this information and makes it all stick. Hopefully, me sharing this story helps you out as well. Be sure to leave your own personal stories about these principles in the comment section below, along with any questions you may have. And give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and found it informative. This has been episode 4 of my weekly Wednesday series on Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. I'm the self-made nerd, here to talk nerdy to you.